Wow. All right. Our next presenter is Lee Moody. Lee works for Mohawk as a business development manager in New England and Canada. Mohawk has the world's most comprehensive line of recycled, environmentally preferable papers made with 100% renewable energy. For over 15 years, Lee has been talking to designers about their choices to use an unparalleled palette of colors and finishes for their collateral, identity, digital, and photo projects. This means Lee sees everything and meets everybody. Their job is fun because Mohawk is cool. Here's Lee.
My life is all about green wrap. So Mohawk has some fantastic qualities to it. One of them is to have this blog called feltandwire.com. We asked 25 designers across the world to do 25 notebooks, and then the proceeds would go towards the World Foundation in New York, Mark Rando, and the Design Ignites Change group. So that money would go towards the Student Scholarship Fund. This is one of the notebooks that people develop. Now, a notebook is something, a journal is something that you just write in and it captures your soul. Who can resist a notebook or a journal here? These are some of them that were designed by some very famous letterpress shops and at the same time designed by one-of-a-kind people. This one has beautiful stitching along the side with red string from Bolivia, all letterpress. This one was beautiful, tight, transparently laid on top of one another. Some people were so surprised when they started to design their notebooks. They're in this little garage doing this little notebook in a letterpress shop, like letterpress equipment in their garage, and all of a sudden they realized they were getting orders for over 50 of these. This is a beautiful one done by a famous designer in New York City, hand done. All of them have beautiful papers that are from the Mohawk line, and then they actually sold them, and all the proceeds went to Design Ignites Change, which is run by the World Foundation in New York. Some beautiful techniques with binding grommets, little catches on the side here. Some people said that they designed them in a matter of minutes, drinking beer and listening to British rock music. Some people said that they labored over it for months. This is one of my friends in Connecticut who actually sells these acrylic squirrels and has a whole block that talks about what the squirrel is doing. She sells these notebooks and gives everyone a keychain with the pink acrylic squirrel on it too. This one is her husband who does these journals called designer journals. The inside is done on a paper from Mohawk called Mohawk Options, which has a surface treatment so that you can write on it with a Sharpie. And that is one of the things that most people don't realize, that when you're writing on a notebook, you don't want to see through to the other side. And you realize that all designers write and scribble with Sharpies. This is a beautiful one too. Get your word on. These are all done with beautiful letterpress techniques, old wood type. Some letterpress equipment is from the 1950s. This one is a beautiful one that the artist was inspired by looking at old ledgers. So some are very elegant, some are very fancy. You cannot step twice into the same river for other waters are continually flowing by. I couldn't write in that one because it's too white and pretty. This one is done with black paper from Mohawk, and then they did beautiful letterpress and white ink on the outside of it. Some of these are presses, letterpress presses from all over the United States and in like real rural parts of down south. People buy old pieces of equipment and put them together. Some people did letterpress journals where the whole inside is empty. This one, she said, she just did a starburst pattern on the outside, and she thought it would invite you in to write on. You can collect all of these, and then all the money goes to the World Foundation. This one is also a beautiful one done with all these are letterpress circles. The back of this one is painted with ink. It makes it a chalkboard, and you can actually make it into a calendar. So they're just You can buy them all, and then all the money goes towards Mark Randall and his students from the World Ignites Change. So this one is, the designer was very impressed with Thoreau. These are sayings of his, and when you open it up, it's a gateway full. There's actually a letterpressed image of Thoreau's face on the journal. So some of them are actually wrapped with a piece of paper. This woman that did these are saddle stitched on the outside. Her son races bikes, and these, for some reason, made her think of bicycles. There's another one that has bicycles too that you can really see, but this one is just the overprint of old wood type on top of letterpress. This one is just a beautiful way showing how someone wrapped a piece for a journal. Some journals have images on the inside, so you write like day by day. Some are completely empty. And it was funny when we first told people that they could do this journal to raise money, and some people just went bananas and immediately started working on it. This has got a very unusual stitching done on this one, and again, it's French folds. This is very unusual for a journal. Everybody made 25, but then they're sold on www.feltandwire.com, which is Mohawk's blog. And it's very interesting because some people have sold out immediately, and they're still making them for free to give to Help World Foundation. These are guides and rulers. The difference is in the 64th. I love this one. It comes in a little bag. These all letterpress, which is letterpress is more elegant than wearing silk stockings. This one is a lady that really loves bicycles. This is a very unusual technique with different colored thread that holds the side together. Most people have bought a Dremel and have drilled the holes and sewn it themselves. And all this was always so pretty. This is a cutout, one day at a time. This is Roner Press, very famous letterpress press. And these are all done just for the love of being able to give something back. And most people can buy them and raise money for the foundation. Thank you.
Thank you very much.